Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort. which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I owe you one. Raining slap! Raining slap! I owe you one. Not today! You're done! You got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Sovereign Alpha! Damn it! I'm on it! Double demon back! I'll run you through! Move away! One five! Raining slash! Move away!
Barely a blip on our radar.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
He's trying to keep up with the wall!
Take this!
Sleep now! Get on in there with the others!
Can't get out of this!
Banana red!
I'm on it!
Annihilate!
Now we're never... Raining slash!
Get you all
No
tucked away.
further! Blow away! I'm on a roll now! Slash! Do it!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
I'm on it! Blow away! Double demon fang! Now we're never... Sword Rain Alpha!
Sleep now!
Sword Rain Alpha! Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain in here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Can't get out of this! First strike!
Into the
Double
shadows!
demon fang! Liver dragon!
It's a duel of the arts!
Raining slash!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Demon fang! It's done!
I'm out of ammo! What is this?
That gun of yours is real handy in a pinch.
It takes a true
You
marksman
picked the
to
wrong
do.
fight!
Can't think of anything.
The enemy wields arts, too.
You'll soon see about that! Do it!
Double demon fang! Try
Well,
harder!
someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Shionne.
And still as humble as ever.
Take this!
Come one, come all!
Double
demon fang!
Do it!
Eat this!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
I never miss!
First strike! Blow away!
Glacier airborne
Double
beam.
demon
My
fang! Double demon fang!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Watch
Blow
this!
away!
Tempting whirl!
Raining slash! Double demon fang!
Reload!
Sword rain alpha!
Flame!
We
did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling!
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Double demon fang!
Hear me!
Eat this!
Fury!
Rip it
Sword
down!
rain alpha!
We can really make weapons with this?
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it.
Blow away!
Here's the evil!
Double demon fang!
Do it! We got the advantage.
Good.
Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Rod on.
Here, let me help.
Double demon fang!
Oh, and get
All
out of
good
there
things come to an end.
Blow away!
Swallow dance! Armor
Leave the
won't
enemy
save
cards
you.
to me.
No complaints here. Do it!
Double demon
That
fang!
frickin' does it!
Shining Supernova!
Raining sky! Demon Fang! It's on! Sword Ring Swallow Dance!
Burning.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons. What's with that shining foe over there?
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Burn in hell! Raining Slot!
Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Raining Slot!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
Do it! Girl ever
Double
say.
Demon
These
Fang!
little ones are hardly worth our time.
I'm even stronger than before.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. I never miss. Lightning Dahnan, not on my watch.
It's on! Raining Slot! Double Demon Fang!
Do it!
Eagle Dive!
Prepare to be sealed, oh Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking,
This has
more
got your
doing.
name on him!
Dance in the wind.
Throw away! Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of sight!
Glacial spear. Here's evil. Freeze limb.
We're thinning them out.
Please, more like me.
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very splendid.
Throw away!
Here's a healing arc.
Double Demon Fang!
I really owe you one.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Into the shadows. Tempest.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Eat this. Raging
Glimmer
Dragon.
Take this! Blow away!
Raining Slot!
All right. It's
Double
showtime.
Demon Fang!
Do it. Dance in the wind.
Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then. More Dahnan ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they...
I have a bad feeling about this.
Raining Slot!
They got me flamed!
It's in the sky and beyond!
Raining Slot!
There for the stockpile!
This one's all mine!
Here's a healing arc! Here's
Sword Ring Alpha!
I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough.
Yes, ma'am!
Ignite!
Gemini Aqua!
I'm on it!
Healing
Can't get out of
Vortex!
this!
Burning
Eagle Dive!
Raging
Blow away!
Storm! Talon
Double Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! I never miss! Long Flight! Mega Ray! Confiscated!
Double Demon Fang!
Now! Sealed! I'll be Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging Storm!
Now you see what I can do!
Double Demon Fang!
Photon! Do it! Lightning Thunder!
I sure builds up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top.
clean it, how?
Let me take the rest of it!
Well, someone's feeling lively.
Raining slash! Flew away!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Double demon fang!
All right.
Sword ring out!
Time. Here goes.
Do it!
Raining slash!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright... shiny mood. What's this thing?
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Flew away! Double demon fang!
Now. Shield force. Now. Throw you to smithereens. Get on in there with the others. You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come
Now.
back.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more power.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Do it!
Double demon fang!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
There.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I won't forgive you!
I'm like bait to them!
We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of it!
Well, someone's feeling lively.
Flew away! Raining slash! Double demon fang!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't...
Don't take your eyes off the front.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that!
Raging Destiny!
Raining slash! Flew away!
You made quick work of them!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Looks like we got them all.
Little help!
Nothing gets by me!
Here I go.
Air thrust!
You made quick work of them!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I can feel my precision improving.
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
There you go! I feel like me and Dahnan.
Flame of Shionne!
Raining slash!
Now we're not...
Raining slash! are freaking invincible!
Alphen and the others truly are strong.
What about me? Double demon fang! Roll away! Rain flash! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Roll away! Rain flash! Double demon fang! There you go! Sword Rain Alpha!
There's more where that came from.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we've got this! Blow away! Rain flash! Double demon fang! First strike! Alex sword! Blow away! Sword Rain Alpha! Double demon fang! Come and face me!
In the sky is
Double demon fang!
Do it!
It's on!
Glimmer Dragon! This world! Flawless flight!
Blow away!
Here I go!
First strike!
Take this!
Double demon
Do it!
fang! Rip and tear!
Raging Storm!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Out of our way!
Rain flash!
Glacial speed got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause log on.
Blow away!
I can carve through armor.
I'll take you all on! Blow away! Burn! Raining slash! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Watch this.
Blow away! Glimmer flag!
Wind astral energy!
Double demon fang!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Dahnan to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Please now. Yes, sir.
Let me help.
Dragon Form!
Raging Cascade!
Glacial Spear.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
You picked the wrong fight!
Anything in armor is all mine! I'll finish you
Dragon
now!
Where are you going? Shield!
Dragon Form!
Don't mind if I do. Here I go.
Take
Shield!
Dragon Form! You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Can't get out of this!
Here.
Dragon Shell!
First aid!
Okay. Take Dragon Form!
Dragon Shell!
Die.
Raging Storm! Reload!
Enjoy.
I'm out!
Talon Hurricane!
Photon
Dragon
Blade!
Enjoy.
Flame!
that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shionne, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shionne!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
How could a girl ever say no?
Shionne,
These
can you
little
take
ones
care of
are
that?
hard. No sooner said than done.
Double demon fang!
We are freaking invincible!
Alphen and the others truly are strong.
What about me?
Breaking cascade! Art seal!
You're on!
Confiscated!
Time to let it rip! Double demon fang!
Flame of fury! Burning!
Raining slash!
Glacial spear!
Blow
Here's
away!
evil!
Raining slash!
Freeze lancer!
This could be useful.
Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Log on.
You got flyers!
I've got this! I'm marksmanship!
All yours!
Someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Shionne.
And still as humble as ever.
Razor cyclone! Magma
Dragon swarm!
Photon blast! Hear me! Talon burning strike!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
What's that big tower over there?
what do you say we check back in on the ranch?
There are still so many creatures we don't...
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Dahnans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
You okay, Shionne? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shionne.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before. Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol. The one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? Guess I misread the landing. Not this way, I guess.